What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your host Incognist, and today we are playing Factory Town Tycoon Remastered. Now, this game is very old. It's one of my first ever simulators or tycoon games I kind of played. So this is a bit nostalgic for me. And yeah, so we had the whole little guide there of how to play the game. We cop trees and process logs. I start with a trusty axe and gather logs and process these logs into fire logs to fuel your early progress. Here's different types of axes. We have ways of transporting the materials. We can upgrade them and we can build factories. Basic plot, a big plot, and sell stuff from the items here. So, before we get into it too much, ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to the channel, like, and comment what you would like to see next. And I think we'll just get straight into it. So, we have Mr. Tutorial Man over here. Let's give him a chat. Time to turn trees into cash. Quest will teach you the essentials, profitable loops of the lumber industry. You will learn to harvest a tree, process it into valuable logs, and sell them at the carpenter's shop. Master this, and you'll never be short on coin. Lovely job. And it says we'll need to speak to the bartender here. Welcome to my saloon. Since this is our first meeting, I'll treat you to our woody workers' polite meal in the house. Enjoy the buffs it provides, and don't forget to come back for more. Lovely job. So we can buy food from this guy, which helps with our abilities per se, like all the staminas, how fast we can run. Lovely job. So I have to chop down this tree over here by the looks of it. You hold E to chop. Oh yeah, and chop tree, and then chop it more to also get into the log. Pretty good. And then sell 2 logs. So if I remember the trick to bring multiple logs over, works like magic, people. Oh, well, I say that one's gone for a run. Oh wait, we need to go down there. We're going the wrong way. Alrighty, so we sell a log for 7. Sell, and we'll sell this log here. Lovely jubbly. Let's talk to the Mr. Man over here. Next quest available, tools upgrade. Learn how to upgrade your axe. Okay, you made your first sale, now invest that profit, upgrade the tools, work faster and last longer. Maximizing your efficiency. It's time to get your axe to level 2 and boost your profit. Okay. He wants me to run over to this man, the toolkit man, or the mechanic man. Toolkit man. Interact. So we can upgrade our axe for 250 doubloons. And we can upgrade a pickaxe. Oh no, we can buy a pickaxe and we can buy a shovel. We're also going to upgrade the hat. And it looks like it made it better. By how much? Looks better. Looks nicer. Looks cooler. And we'll talk to the tutorial man again. Make more money by selling fire logs instead of logs. So, we have to talk to conductor. Level 2 with tables. Okay. Why am I running over here? Doesn't really cut down the big tree. Yeah, I can do that. And we'll chop the pine. Oh, well, it's doing a runner. There we go. And chop the fire wood, just like so. Doing 3 pieces of firewood. Oh, wait, we're running very quick. So we're going to take these fire logs into... Oh, this... Yeah, man. Trying to carry these all at once is going to be incredibly hard. So we'll just do what we can manage with. I drop it in here. No, this is the crafting stuff. We've got to run all the way around just to put these logs away. I see there, a fire log sells for 11. We'll whack that in there. I'm assuming it wants me to turn 4 logs into firewood now. It's a bit weird. I'm going to see if we can get one of these horses. So we need to come to these stables and have a little chat with the wrangler. And how much is it? 100. 100 doubloons for one of these boys. So we need to take one of these logs that we have out here. And we'll have no issue whatsoever. We'll bring 2 just because I can. And just like that, we made 112 doubloons. And we will head over to the stable and buy ourselves a wagon. Because that is going to be most helpful at the start. Just trying to transport multiple items at once. Yeah, you stretch your arms. Buy and spawns. There it is. There's our little foot-propelled wagon. It moves a little bit faster than how quick we can walk, but the main part of it is how we can store 5 items on the whole thing. Great. Am I going to be able to make over these packs? Yeah, I will. Okay, it's pretty much a 4x4 off-road of this. So we're going to chop these logs into firewood to actually do the quest, if it would actually chop it. Okay, I can't chop those ones for some reason. Maybe this one. Yep, there we go. And we'll just whack it into our mobile here. And we'll come over here and chop this tree over here. And repeat the process. So there we go. We've got our fire log here. We need one more piece. It wants to sell 4 fire logs. That's 3. And there's our 4. Now we'll take a auto wheelie mobile over to where we sell the fire logs. And this will get us about 40 from fire logs. And then we get an extra 10. That's 50. All in all, as a start, yeah, it's not too bad. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. Alrighty, so what we do is we go press this button. And it will magically run into there. Look at that. Magic. And we got the money for it. I have 70 doubloons. Next quest. Wagon. Oh, don't tell me to buy a wagon now. I just bought one. Oh dear. Not looking good. Upgrade and customize your wagon. Okie dokie. Sit on the wagon driving chair. Load 5 logs into the wagon. Alrighty. We've already got a tree cut down over here, so we can just whack some of these in. 1 log. 2 log. Cut this bit of tree as well. 3 log. 4 log. And 5 log. Drive the wagon to the carpenter unloading spot. Pull the lever to auto sell all logs from wagon. I'm a little bit ahead, but that's alright. Once the tutorial is done, it'll be smooth sailing from here. I've also just noticed that the buff increases our cut speed and stuff. Yeah, I take how quick I'm doing this with a grain of salt. It's probably gonna take 2 times longer, unfortunately. But nonetheless, so we got our wagon on the thing here, and putting our logs in, and boom, upgrade wagon to speed level 2. Okay, suppose I can do that. Let's pull in over here. I think we'll just talk to this guy and he'll do it. Upgrade speed level. We get a horse. Oh yeah, what a helpful guy. Use the wrench on the wagon to change the horse type. Hey, what? Use the wrench on the horse and change the wagon type. Red horse? Nice. So I believe it wants me to craft and sell wood frames. Now, that would mean we need a... Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is where our first pocket of the game comes. We need to either get a base over here or a base over here. I am gonna go for a base over here, because overall it's closer to more resources, pretty sure. So I'll see you all when we get there. So we made it to the plots and we're gonna interact with this and we're gonna load a save even though we haven't got a save. Why is that? You get one of these? I mean, I've never played this game before. So we want to make a wooden frame which requires planks and nails, which is great. But we need a sawhorse. Wait, no, how have I unlocked? Wait, what? How have I got one of these? I've not even researched it or nothing. That is weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a sawhorse. I said we're going to build a sawhorse. What is going on? What? I would like to build a... Thank you. I don't remember building a carpenter, but more the merrier, I suppose. More the merrier. So we're going to build the sawhorse and ram some materials through to build a frame. And then I'll be back with you after a little while, ladies and gents. And just like that, we have a sawhorse. So, what we can do with the sawhorse is if we grab the log on here and we chop the log on the sawhorse, it turns into a post or a pillar. After we cut it one more time, wait a minute. Yeah, so after we do it another time, it will turn into planks. And we can just drop the planks. Well, actually, we can put them into our inserters for now. And grab another few of those. Like so. And then just repeat the process. More planks. We will need to go and grab nails from a Mr. Man to actually make a wood frame. But we can make a singular wood table with one of these pillars. Or we can make multiple. Right, put on the actual walls first. I want to make 2 frames for 2 tables. And we're going to grab ourselves those logs over there. Maybe just drop them on the base. And we'll see. We shall see. But we need to drive all the way back to the town. Which is a bit of a trek, but... oh well. We're fine. I'm going to call these up, drop them on the base, and then head into the town. I'll see you all when we go on the nails. Alright, so we headed to this blacksmith man, and we have gotten ourselves two nails, which have 10 in each. We've got 20 nails all in all. And my horse, there we go. And I was just having a little looksy-looks, and I actually don't know where it's gone. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There's a whole tab for researching. I think it might have actually been on the base. Yeah, that sounds about right. But I'd like to do this quest first because he gives like 4 handshakes and I don't know what the handshake does, but I'd like a handshake, so I'm going to do his quest. But the actual real quest is to make some of those wooden things and sell them. The one before we make a table, the like casings. But we are making a mess of this. We are making a... Okay. Come on, horsey, go. Giddy up. We're making these frames. But worst comes to worst, we always can. We're going to have enough things here anyway. We're just going to do it the manual way, insert them. And I figured out how to run as well. You just have to hold click. That's going to make 2 wooden frames. I want to feed... Well, not yet. We're going to put these just down here. 2 pillars. And this will make the table. There's 1 frame. Oh, my glorious frame. And actually, I totally forgot we do need another plank. We'll just grab a pillar and just do that. And then just make this into another pillar. So, the other thing is that obviously we can... if I go to build menu and I go to unlock new recipe. For money, we can unlock some of these recipes. Now, I think one of the first few ones to do is this, which makes pillars and planks. So if you put 1, it makes a pillar. If you put 2 in a line, it makes planks. So with the wood tables that we sell, I think that's going to be one of the first ones we do. Because otherwise it's going to get really manual. And we don't really want it to be too manual. But this part I'm like kind of okay with. You know what I mean? So we'll put these into here. This will make us the tables, which is what the man wants us to make. And they're about 30, 40 a pop, I think. I don't know. I think these wood frames are 40 a pop. And these are like 80. The tables are like 80. Which is good. Pretty good. And away from that, we can still keep making some things as well. So, handy dandy. Pound a pound. So, we've got our wood tables. And now, I'm going the wrong way. And now we're going to take this to the Mr. Man at the train station. Sell them. And we'll get a little bit of extra dosh from the Mr. Man. Second to that, I'm probably going to do an upgrade for the wagon. As long as I can afford the upgrade things as well. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you, the Selly Man. Rolling up to the Selly Man, and he sells the tables for 73 a pop. So it's actually a bit more than I thought it'd actually be. Which is always nice, always good. Oh, maybe actually put it on the pedestal here. And we'll press this. Boom, 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 boom. And we have 205 balloons play with. Yeah, so let's interact, upgrade, and we want to do storage up to 10. Now we can store 10 items in the back of this mobile here, which is going to be quite a kicker, quite good. So this wants us to fast travel to a plot area. It better be free, buddy, or else I'm going to scold you. What have we got? We have plot. We're at this one here. We could. Go on. May as well. So let's open up our build menu and open up our recipes. And we want to do this one. And is there anything else? We have a grinding bench. Is yeah. And we could do with another carpenter. But for now, I think we'll be fine. More than likely, it'll be conveyors. We've got short conveyors, T-joints, yada, yada, yada. That's pretty good. So, what we will do is we will move this boy. Plop it there. Got our build menu. And build saw. We want to build a saw there. We want another saw in front of this. Actually, no, we want to put a conveyor like this. And then another saw. And then we want a corner. We want a conveyor. So, well, maybe not like so, since it didn't even place. What? Why is it not placing it? Game's bugging now on me. Okay. Well, I suppose I'll just build it then. I suppose. Now, we'll probably still have to do a few of these things manually, which is fine. One of those being the wood frames. We are probably just going to make like all the wood frames we can. Let's wax on a sawhorse. We'll actually move this, move it over. And chop again. Let's repeat these with all these logs, make them into planks. And yeah. Now I need to cut some trees, so we'll fill this whole mabood up with some trees. It would also be a lot easier after we build one wood saw, because then it'll be easy to build another wood saw. Because we could just take the pillar and just feed it through. So it's not incredibly horrible. It's not the most enjoyable. But we'll get her done. We will get her done. So I'll see you after I have a fully working saw. Actually, well, I need to sell stuff. So I might be a bit longer than I hope it to be. But hopefully I'll come back with a saw. I figured out a little trick. Basically, we had a few nails in here. So all I've done is I've just take the nails out of the machine. Here they are. And like this, boom. We now have a story saw and a table. So With the excess of these, I'm probably... Oh, I'll put it in here. Why not? So we'll take these real quick and we will move this machine and we'll make it like this. We'll make it like that. 3, 2, 1. And this will obviously make our pillars at the moment. And if we change this to plank, grab the pillar, do that, boom, plank. And that made how many planks? 3. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Just gonna wanna grab a few of these. Like, I'm doing the wrong thing. And like that, we have 11 planks. Grab one more log, turn that into the pillar, and turn it into plank. Lovely job. So now we just need to go and sell this table, buy as much nails as we can, and that'll fill that out, making the boxes. From the boxes, we can just make pillars and make them into tables and sell the tables and benches, which is a lovely job. Or we can use it to make the crafting. But we'll see. We'll see. Selling our table, we made 90 doubloons. Well, we made 74 doubloons, 73 doubloons, but we got 90 at the moment. Got 90 at the moment. What we might do is try and move up to, let's say, bedding. But bedding, I think, requires some cloth, and we don't have any of that. So to keep it simple and keep it neat, we're going to buy 2 of those, whack them into our boxy box here, and head over to our base again. Oh yeah, the process continues. But the process has got me stuck. Very stuck. We're unstuck. Right, back to the base. Work. Arriving to me humble abode. Let's firstly put these nails into where they want to be and over here, and just whack these nails into the inserter there. From the inserter, that's going to make 4, 8, 12, maybe 4 of those things, hopefully. And it'll make even more if I get more trees. So, we drain that of its nails in the system, and then make all the other things. So let's go get logs and finish off building those. Okay, we're going to get the logs and finish off building those saws on top of it as well. So, I'll see you all in a jiffy. And just like that, we now have another saw. Or another saw. So, we're going to make more tables, obviously. And then once we've made all the tables, we will work on moving all the stuff to tables. And we just want you in there. One doesn't get turned into that. There we go. That's halfway and the store stop. Once the store stops, we can put another one on. That's not a problem. Like that. And I'll start making about 4 tables. And then we can move this. We're going to actually put one block in. And we'll move this one 2. Actually, it might need to be more than 1 block. We'll find out. That's perfect, actually. Bonk. And there we go. And we'll just put this into storage there. We'll move the sawhorse just over here. So it's out the ways. We could just delete that. That'll be fine. Now we can put a over there. How many nails are in there? 2. You probably need a bit more than 2, but it'd be fine. It'd be fine. So what is some other stuff we can research with a little bit of dash? So there's shredders. Breaks down items containing organic matter into biomass. Biomass might be something. Might be a shout. It's a grind. So we'll have to grind for it a little bit. Talking about grinding. We can sharpen tools with a grinding bench. We can get storage barrels, storage racks, and storage cranes. We can get a log splitter, which makes firewood. A garden raised bed. So we can start harvesting, growing and then harvesting our own trees at the base. And store out some information possibly. There's an advanced store, which basically an electric saw, but you can choose the recipes as a small internal storage, which would be ideal. I don't think we need it just yet. We can work on manual at the minute. That's no bother. Now we'll just put these tables. Can we make another one? No. But we can put these nails into, if we started making a frame. There we go. And what else could we make? We could, so a bed needs textiles, nails, frames. Window needs a wood frame and glass. Bench needs those, and they need that. So that's probably going to be a little bit on the later side. We'll be able to make some of those things there. Okay, don't know what happened there. But we'll take these tables back to the Sallyman. And I think we may, if we can, increase the size of the back here. Even if it's just by 5, it'll be something. And then we'll just buy a load of nails. So I want to get at least like 3, maybe 4 nails. But we'll get those, make the frames, make the pillars, make more tables and benches. And I think I'll be chuffed. I'll see you all when we're back at the Sally Man. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still watching at this point, just subscribe already. Come on. You've already stuck around this long. You clearly like something I'm doing. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And like the video. And comment if you have made it this far. Oh yeah. Also, I've got a Discord if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing. Have a little chit chat. Whenever I go live or upload, you'll be notified as soon as it happens. It's in the description below. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you there. So we're at the Sally Man and we have 5 tables. We can... Okay, right. Reverse it then. There we go. Start all these tables. 73, 146, 219, and 292. 292 doubloons is lovely. I like that number. Oh, just swung it around. So I'll go to the blacksmith and we want to buy 1 nail, 2 nail, and 3 nail. Nah, we won't have enough to upgrade, so we'll just fill this up with nails. Just like that. Good show. Now we'll drive back. No. Maybe I'll just hit the man. It would be really handy to upgrade the plot size, but I don't think we can do that just yet. But what we can do is we can feed these into our system here. Get on. There we go. Maybe if I was lined up, it might be a bit better. Oh, it's already making a frame. Lovely jubbly. So that is 62 nails. And now all we need to do is just cut a load of logs and we'll be golden. There we go, we've got 18 planks in there, 4 for 1, 4, 8, 12, 16, that's like 4. And we'll grab these other logs just here. Lovely job, lovely job. We've already got 1, 2. And now we've got, yeah, well, we've got 1 already made from the selection that we've already got. We could add another, and that wouldn't be a bad choice. 3. Yeah, no, you know what, I'll just make it all into the planks. Well, not the planks, yeah. Make it all into planks and make all of what we have here into those square boxy things. One of these pillars did not turn into a plank. Dear dear. How many planks have we got? We have 20 planks. Lovely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll be able to make 5 more out of that. We will need to probably cut down another tree, and that's okay. So we'll cut down a tree, make the rest into pillars, and make half into tables, half into benches. And that way we can sell it all as one. And that should bring our total to about 700 doubloons, which is going to be pretty good. So I'll see you all after we've done that. Logs gathered, and I think this is either done or almost done. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Looks pretty done to me. And we'll just reverse this up a little bit so it doesn't interfere with what I'm going to do. And we'll open up this and we'll start making tables. Just whack all of these inside like so. And that leaves us with 10. So with those 10, I'm going to make 1 pillar, 2 pillar, 3 pillar, 4 pillar, and 5 pillar. And then what we do when that's done doing its crafty craft, we will put 5 more back through and we'll make the bench. So ideally I'd have like a little splitter system, you know what I mean? Mitigate and do this, but you know, it will work. It will work. I think the main part is getting some sort of storage incorporated. So we may get a storage rack and build like 2 in a line or something. I think that'd be good. But also I'd like to work on maybe not so much a log splitter, but definitely like an advanced saw. I think we may need like a few bits and bobs from other areas. Definitely another carpenter, and we may even do stuff with the conveyors such as splitters and stuff like that. And we'll try and get some of these cracked on. What splitter? What? Yeah, we'll get some of these with the money, and we maybe get ourselves an advanced saw. But ideally, we're gonna get carpenter and oven, and that way we can get glass for the glass. we can make a window. Which if I go to here and I go to sell, windows sell for a bit more than tables, not incredibly by any stretch of the imagination, but they sell for a bit more. And when these two need to be restocked, we can always back up on windows. But ideally, I want to make a system before I go ahead and do things like that. Worst comes to worst, we can just keep making wood frames, stack up on those. But first, I'm going to get like a load of these things sorted. So that's our tables all made. Now we'll make a bench. Now we'll put this in. Okay, it'll be great. Oh, this one, and then this one. Lovely job. Lovely. 2 tables. 3 down here. 4 and 5. 5 wooden tables. Already made 1 workbench. So these I think work a little bit quicker. Anyway, I'll see you all when we're at the selling point. So we're rolling up with our goods. We have 5 workbenches and 5 tables. And we're just hoping no one else has sold them so we get all the value from it. And it doesn't look like it. There we go. We sell from Wagon. We have 2, 3, 375, 4, 518, 591, 664, and 737. Lovely job. Really quickly is I'm going to check how much it would be to upgrade my boy. So it would be 300 to upgrade more storage, 15, speed 26, from 22. It's a very small upgrade that. I think I'll stick with what I've got now. It's not too big of an issue. What is a big issue is... There we go. Oh wait, I think I need to talk to the mayor about plot sizes actually. Let's have a little chit chat. A bit Larry when they're driving. We'll have a little chit chat with the person over here. I'm pretty sure this is the one we want to talk to. Yeah. So we can unlock an extra bit for 100, which I think I'm gonna do. And we can unlock a bit at the back, 200, which fine. And let's travel to our base. I think I'm actually going to change the location of it. I mean, I'll travel there like this, but this one is, well, one of these are closer in terms of like, I can get there a lot quicker and easier. So we'll travel here. And now we've got a bit more space here to work with, which is ideal. We've got a build menu. We'll go to recipes and we want to unlock a storage rack. We then want to come back into here and go over to our carpenter. We want to unlock a carpenter. And we want to unlock an oven, I'd say. And I believe that brings us $260 doubloons, you could say. I don't really think there's much else other than getting a splitter. We can get one of these splitters here, get a short conveyors, a very short conveyor just in case, a T-join, some buffers, sorters. Ideally we want a tool, a dual splitter, because then we can have 2 things feeding at once. And that, I don't think there's too much else. What does this do? Construction supplier. Uses item boxes from connected storage when building. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. We want to go open to this menu. And we want to build a storage rack. How many pieces of nails do we have? We have a good amount. The 22, we can make quite a few things with that. So let's go like this. So we wanna have 1, maybe 2, and then maybe another carpenter, which we could just smack in front of that like magic. And that way we haven't really got to worry about splitting things. We can just start a log up here and start a log here. So that needs 5 nails, 4 pillars, 6 planks, which is okie dokie. Can I spawn? Let's actually unload save, reset, and we're going to move the plot. Well, first, I'm actually going to grab my horse and I'm going to build the plot. So we'll spawn the horse. Can we upgrade it? No, that's okay. And why I changed the plot is because if I open the map, I can just drive up here and then end up over there. That's kind of why. I don't think you can actually get up this hill too easily. I mean, I think I've done it before a few times, but quite tricky. I didn't mend my axe. Darn. That's fine. I'll live. But we can also see on the map where things spawn. So we can find copper there, iron or tin down there, sand on the beach, and then you've got little traders here as well, and what kind of traders they are. That's not too bad, really. Let's start down here. I would never build these normally. I would just find, like, I'd probably do the growing thing first. Cut them down automatically. Expensive, so I'm told, but it's fine. So let's grab our Therese, make some more of those boxes, and we'll make more tables and benches. So why not? Why not? We'll just start putting these in, you know, more the merrier, really. Doesn't have to be an exact number of how many items, just needs to be a number of items. Just be way quicker. Wow, look at me go. That pillar not get changed. Funky, 15. So just needs like a few more. And the more we have, the better. I'm not too worried about. having too much, because the excess can just be used somewhere else. And there we go. That has made a lot more planks than it will make frames, which is good. What we're looking for. And how quickly does these restock? They restock quite quickly. Not like stupendously fast, but yeah, it's good. It's good, yes. So we'll chop some more of these trees down. I kind of want to see if those buffs, like the foods, stack. And by that, I mean, I wonder if I can buy like 4 of them. And if it's a 2-hour boost, it'll end up being an 8-hour boost. Or if it doesn't work like that at all. And I'm stupid. Gotta find out somehow, you know what I mean? So I'll make some tables. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5. So we have 5 logs here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, sir, we do. And we can use the rest of these to start the build on these here. Because we do want a storage rack. Because we just don't want stuff dangling about on the base. That wouldn't be very great. And we probably will end up building more than 2. In the long run, definitely we'll be building more than 2. But just for now, we'll use the money from these to buy like 6 or 7 sets of nails. Same thing, different word. Also, what I was explaining earlier was if I come over to this hill right here, and I sort of go up a little bit of a slant, just so I don't get stuck. If I make it over this bit here, I can just skip a whole process and it ends up being a lot quicker. Sometimes you do get stuck. But lucky this time. Just like that. Golden. Way quicker doing it this way. Way quicker. So we're going to sell our benches. We have 182 doubloons. Sell from the wagon. 182 doubloons up to 547. So that is pretty good. However, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to leave this episode here. In the next one, I'll probably gather a load of the resources just so I don't have to spend the start of the video doing it. But next episode, I'll probably be doing more building, making more money and more intricate items. So ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, like and comment what you want to see next. And join the Discord, keep up to date with what I'm doing. Buy the merch, link in the description, 10 Robux for most of them, or 15 Robux. Most of them, and you can get the one that I'm wearing here and look like me and be very cool. Anyway, I've been your host, Incognist, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.